Hi guys! I'm making this video for people who want to learn coding and didn't start yet, or have questions about how much you can learn in 1 month. At the end of January, I didn't even know what coding was. I'm a single mom, and so it's very important for me how much money I earn. I know it's not the most important thing how much money you earn, and it's supposed to be more important if you like doing your job. But I think that after 10 or 15 years that you are struggling with money all the time, and you have to live in places you really don't want to, and you want to do stuff that costs money and you don't have it, then somehow you just get to a point when you say, okay, I'm now going to go and learn something that will bring me more salary than I have now, because it's kind of important in my life as well. Okay, so these are my reasons that I went learning coding, and I was actually very afraid that it's going to be very boring and something that I'm going to hate, but I went anyway. It came a very big surprise for me that it's actually not boring, and it's very interesting for me, and I'm having lots of fun. Next to my day job, I've always been doing some art, and this is what I wanted to make all my life. And right now I feel that coding is like any other art. It can be drawing, or like I'm a ceramicist, so I learned ceramics, and I don't see right now any big difference between making like ceramics or making a beautiful working web page. And it's just a skill that you learn. When you work with ceramics, you learn the skill of the wheel, and then you can make round pots. And if you want to make beautiful websites, it's also a very creative and wonderful thing, and you just have to learn coding for that. So you have to learn the language of the computer, and that way you can tell the computer what you like to create, and it's very creative. So I'm actually really loving it. I'm learning online. I went to Udemy, and I started with a bootcamp, a web developing bootcamp of called Steel. I'm going to put the description below so you can find it. I'm not getting any money or anything, telling you this. I'm just saying what I've done. So I started learning that, and now after a month, I'm up to 45% of that course of code. And I finished at code's course the HTML section and the CSS and the intermediate CSS, and then I finished also the basics of JavaScript. Now I have to stop here for a minute and say that if you learn from that course the CSS, I think that's very basic, and even when code says it's an intermediate CSS, it's still kind of basic. So what I did about a week ago is I stopped learning that course, and I purchased another course from Udemy for, I think, it's all like $10 every course there, and it's only CSS course, but it's a very intermediate CSS when you learn everything about CSS and what can you do with it, and very modern stuff, also animations, and you learn a little extras, like you also learn their sass, and you also learn the command line and other stuff that I just didn't get there yet. So right now what I want to do is to finish this CSS, sass, command line and everything together course, and then I will continue Steel's course. I'm learning about 3 hours every day, plus minus. I don't have any more free time. And also, like, I'm 35 years old, maybe that's the reason, but I feel that my brain just can't like take any more information, very new information every day. So I kind of sit down and I'm learning for like an hour and a half, and I make a little break and I drink something and I go back and I'm learning again. Right now I can build a basic website. Yeah, I can build a basic website that will look great, that is going to be responsive. I don't know if I can already build it 100% alone and without looking anything that I wrote down, or without checking some code. No, I still cannot do that, but I actually can sit down and with a little help and in a few hours can build a working responsive web page. I'm still not using any JavaScript that I've learned, but I understand how JavaScript works, and I understand the very basic and beginners stuff that you can do with JavaScript. So I will continue this and I will talk to you in a month. I hope this video helps somebody. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please ask me. Lots of kisses. Have a great life.